Well, take a look at this. Here's something that you rarely get to see. Satellite images show Hurricane Ian from space. These are from the International Space Station video, and you can clearly see the eye of the storm there and just the sheer size of this storm. Now, if you measure the area of the tropical storm force winds, this storm is about 140 miles wide. And right now, all eyes continue to remain on southwest Florida as Hurricane Ian slowly tears into the state. We're going to get you now to our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb. Chris, what can you tell us right now?
Well, it is a very large storm and it's impacting a lot of people, not just where it makes landfall. It will impact much of the state of Florida here. There you can see the center of circulation. It did make landfall a little bit earlier at the Cayo Costa area, which is the barrier island right out here close to Fort Myers. And now it's in overland and it's going to start weakening. It's already started to weaken just a little bit. In fact, right now, winds are down from 155 that we had before landfall. It was 150 mile-an-hour winds at landfall, now down to 130 miles an hour at the 6 o'clock hour. But it will continue to weaken as it moves across the state of Florida, holding on to hurricane strength at least through tonight and into early tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon, excuse me, most likely being a tropical storm near Daytona Beach, and then moving back out over water and then curving back out for another landfall as a tropical storm. This would be in the afternoon hours on Friday, potentially with winds up to around 65 miles an hour. Then moving inland up through South Carolina. So on the track that we're seeing here from the Hurricane Center, we're still on the cleaner side of the system. We still will have some impacts here with some rain and some gusty winds, but the worst of that is going to be over on the right-hand side of the track. Now, for the state of Georgia, right now, these advisories are along the coastline. We have a tropical storm warning in effect and a hurricane watch in effect, just in case when that moves out over water, it gains some strength to become a hurricane. Now, that's on the coastline. Also, a storm surge warning in effect. As the storm comes in, it's going to bring in a lot of water here. In fact, you can see what we're watching there on that storm surge, the yellows and blues along the coast indicating storm surge greater than 1 to maybe 3 feet above ground. So here's a look at that moisture, that rain that's moving up through Florida. It moves into the coastline tomorrow, and then that rain shield comes into the Atlanta area, metro area, later in the day. Not as many showers in West Georgia. Atlanta's kind of right on the line. Still some showers on Saturday, and then it starts to lift away. And a couple of lingering showers still here on Sunday before everything lifts and we dry out as we head into parts of next week. So here's a look at what we're watching with those rainfall totals. This is what makes it so hard, because as that tracks more to the east, West Georgia, you're probably going to see less than a half inch of rain. Then here in metro Atlanta, maybe a ½ inch to 1.5 inches, and then those higher amounts are going to be over on the east side where we can see 2 to 4 inches of rain there. And then as far as the wind, of course, we have the windy conditions there over Florida now. We'll have a lot of wind on the Georgia coast and South Carolina coast, that covering a big part of southeast Georgia too, with 20 to 30 mile-an-hour winds with higher gusts. But here in Atlanta, we're talking 10 to 20 mile-an-hour winds. Some of those higher gusts are going to be over to the east of us. So yes, some impacts here, but it's not going to be a widespread impactful event for us. We'll see some breezes here tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies, a high of 74. The rain coming in later on Friday, still rather breezy. Saturday, better chance for some rain around and breezy conditions, but that'll start tapering off later in the day. And then a couple of lingering showers here Sunday, about a 40% chance for showers earlier, and then going down to a 20% chance Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances out of here by Wednesday with highs in the mid-70s. We have more to come right after the break.